I know we're in a little different spot, so we appreciate everybody hanging in there with us this month. We'll be back in our normal board room next month, so with some new digs over there. So at this time, I'm going to call the meeting to order, the June 11th, 2024 meeting of the Springdale School Board, and I'll lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I believe we have any changes to the agenda?
No, sir.
I'll entertain a motion to approve our agenda for tonight.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
So I have a motion by Mr. Hutchinson and a second by Ms. Cook to approve the agenda for tonight. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. So that moves us to the consent agenda. Any changes to that?
No, sir.
I'll entertain a motion for that.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Creek and a second by Mr. Bell to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Dr. Cleveland.
Always a great night when we can celebrate our Teachers of the Year. And tonight we have an awesome collection of Teachers of the Year, and they've all deserved it so much. I'd like to introduce Miss Melissa Fink, and she's going to do the honors of introducing our Teachers of the Year and the eventual District Teacher of the Year.
I can use my inside teacher voice, so I don't have to hold that. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, perfect. We are very excited tonight to get to recognize our elementary building teacher of the year and our district teacher of the year. Each year, our district is asked to select a district teacher of the year, and our buildings go through a process of determining who their teachers of the year will be. And then they complete an application process that is scored by an administrative team, and that is how our district teacher of the year is chosen. So we're just going to begin by recognizing our awesome, amazing teachers. Board, if you don't mind, when we give the awards, if we can do it towards the side so the camera can pick this up for our live stream. One of the questions that we asked on their application was, describe your why. Why did you choose teaching as a profession? So I'm going to highlight parts of their answers to this question as we are recognizing them. So first up, and I'll also say that several of our teachers were either engaged in professional development activities or had already started their summer vacations and could not be here, but we still wanted to recognize them. So Bay Area Elementary, Loretta Mansell, East teacher. Teaching is still a winner for me, but for a different why. Education has changed a bit since my teaching profession philosophy of the early 80s. Student teaching in the early 90s at Jones and Elmdale wised me up a bit on what teaching really was. I love seeing the magic changing the lives of children. I have evolved even more as an educator since those days. So congratulations to Loretta. Lisa Carey, Early Childhood Center Pre-K teacher. I became a teacher to serve and advocate. I serve my students, families, coworkers, and community. I advocate for my students and for developmentally appropriate practice for our smallest learners. So Lisa, are you here? Perfect. Stephanie Hines, Elmdale Elementary, second grade teacher. Are you here? Come on up. I have taught many grades and subjects through the years. All have their highs and lows, but the thing that has kept me going has been those light bulb moments, the times when a math concept that a student has struggled with finally clicks, and the smile of understanding and pride in their accomplishment brings joy to their eyes and tears to mine. Courtney Boshears, George Elementary, second grade teacher. That's all her. I believe in the power and value that education can add to an individual's life. Furthermore, I believe in public education. That is imperative not only to be better students' lives, academically, physically, socially, and emotionally, but also to benefit society as a whole. Okay, Leslie Harvey, Harp Elementary School Library Media Specialist. Even before I had children, I knew I wanted to teach my students just as if they were my own kids. I wanted to inspire them to teach manners and respect. We have such a short time to make an impact on our students, and I want them all to succeed and have endless opportunities. Polly Collier, Hunt Elementary, first grade. For nearly 3 decades, I've been dedicated to my role as an elementary school teacher, a decision I've never regretted. Teaching isn't just a profession for me, it's a calling. Each morning as I step into my classroom, I eagerly anticipate the day's opportunities. Congratulations, Polly. Megan Benny, Jones Elementary School, 4th grade. I was drawn to this profession initially because of my love for working with children. The reason I continue to stay year after year is because you can actively make a difference in someone's life. As a teacher, I can be a positive influence that can change the trajectory of someone's life. Congratulations, Megan. Pamela Hollowell, K-8 Connect. Why am I a teacher? I am a teacher because I struggled through school. I worked my bottom off and learned techniques from some very intelligent teachers in the Springdale school system that helped me be successful. Every day I come to work, I remember how hard school was for me. I make sure to tell my students that I struggled in school. So congratulations to Ms. Hollowell. Kara Maxwell, Knapp Elementary School, pre-K. As a pre-K teacher, I have seen many Davidson children like my son come through my doors. In pre-K, we work to develop the whole child, not just a child's academic skills. Social and emotional learning is part of the curriculum along with fine and gross motor development as well as the academics. We focus on social and emotional and self-regulation skills such as body calming through breathing, using words to advocate for ourselves, labeling and expressing emotions, modeling and walking the children through problem solving, etc. So congratulations to her. Rachel Oliver, Monitor, first grade. I know in my heart that teaching is my calling. I strongly believe I was placed where I am because of my experiences as a child. It's my turn to love, nurture, guide, and teach. I do this with every child that walks through my door, no matter what their circumstances. I find the things that make each student special, celebrate all wins, and ensure that my students know I care. Shelby Bardwell, Parson Hills, first grade. Is teaching a tough job? Saying yes would be an understatement. Is teaching a rewarding job? Saying absolutely would be an understatement. The rewards I reap from helping and watching my students learn and grow academically, physically, socially, and emotionally from year to year is part of my why. Being an educator means you are a lifelong learner. Congratulations, Ms. Bardwell. Jesse Walls, J.D. Rollins Elementary, second grade. Each year, I am blessed to meet 25 amazing people. I strive to see them, search for their specialness, and tap into the greatness each person brings to the class family. I tell my students that I became a teacher to be a professional talker and share my little Jessie stories to help connect with them. I want them to know that even if they had a hard time before coming to me, they are valued, worthy of love, and bring something amazing to the table. So congratulations to Ms. Walls. Kim Gadberry, Shaw Elementary Library Media Specialist. I recently had a conversation about my choice to be an educator with my 19-year-old son who is considering the teaching coaching profession. After being an educator for 33 years, I shared with him the critical foundational attitude I'd learned along the way. Just love and care for students in their learning. Congratulations, Ms. Gadberry. Amy Johnson, Sonora, third grade teacher. While those memories of my life as a student get further away and harder to recall each year, I have chosen to stay with the profession despite the challenges, in part due to the adults that inspired me, but truly it is the students in my class family, our pod, the hallways, and especially those who have grown up, graduated, and come back, who are the very reason I choose to stay. Congratulations, Ms. Johnson. Brittany Taylor, T.G. Smith, first grade. I have always loved working with children, from babysitting to swim lessons. Children have always brought me so much joy. I knew each day would be fun. I want to make a difference. I want to help. I want to create lasting relationships with my students that they will always remember. Jessica Stewart, Turnbow Elementary Kindergarten. My why is the kids. I love my students. I love seeing their aha moments when they finally understand a concept or read a word independently for the first time. I love watching their excitement when we celebrate their successes or the success of a friend. I know that I am a constant, reliable adult in their life forever, not just for the amount of time they are in my classroom. Robin Pascal, Tyson Elementary, third grade. My why is to make a positive, lasting difference in the lives of the children by giving them hope for the future in this sometimes dark world. I want to be my students' cheerleader and teach them the gift of education is the tool to accomplish their dreams and passions. I want them to know they can do anything they set their mind to. Katie Strubing, Walker Elementary School, kindergarten teacher. I come from a family of educators. My grandmother, parents, and brother were all educators. I have always enjoyed children. Each one is unique and special. I knew in high school I wanted to pursue a teaching career. Congratulations to Ms. Strubing. Mary Ann Lassiter, Westwood Elementary School, 5th grade. Mrs. Lassiter completed her first career serving our country in the military. She decided she wanted to then serve as an educator in order to influence the next generation of students. So congratulations to Ms. Lassiter. All right, Casey Phipps, Young Elementary, 5th grade. I continued reading and was impacted by the readerly lives of my teachers, Miss Susie McKinney Allen, Miss Faye Marie Johnson, Mr. Leo Baudino, Mrs. Kay Rossetti, and Mrs. Jackie Casey. Those models of a literate life and the kindness and encouragement of each educator led me to follow in my granny's footsteps and become a Springdale teacher in 1999. I have devoted the last 25 years of my career to paying forward this encouragement and to building the readerly lives and future stories of all students. So congratulations, Ms. Phipps. All right, so now we're going to announce our District Teacher of the Year. And this just was a question that we had them answer about how they use innovation in their teaching practice in their classrooms. And this teacher said, as a member of the U.S. Learning Journey team who traveled to Auckland, New Zealand, I felt transformed as a teacher. For the past 7 years, I've led the charge of developing the learner agency in my classroom, school, and beyond. I've mentored University of Arkansas interns as they learn to shift their practices to develop a culture of empowering learners. I also helped design the learning environment for Rollins Elementary by piloting the furniture to support learners. Teaching our students that they have power over their learning allows them to make informed decisions about their learning and grow their understanding in all areas. Congratulations to Ms. Jessie Walls, Jim D. Rollins Elementary School, 2nd grade teacher. And Ms. Walls was not able to be here this evening, so accepting on her behalf is Ms. Carrie Ferris, principal of Rollins Elementary.
Thank you so much for having me today. Like Ms. Fink said, I'm standing in on behalf of Ms. Walls, who is unable to be here tonight. She did want me to share with you, she said it was okay, to let you know that she is out for a medical procedure, and that would be one of the only things that would keep her from being here tonight. I did jot down a few words because I could stand up here and talk all night, so I wanted to keep it succinct. Ms. Walls has made and continues to make exceptional contributions to education, and she has a profound impact on the lives of our students and our entire community. She exemplifies dedication, passion, and an unwavering belief in the potential of every student. Each day, she enters the classroom with a commitment to inspire curiosity, foster critical thinking, and nurture the dreams of our students. She creates an environment where every child feels valued, understood, and motivated to achieve their best. She is home watching tonight, so Ms. Walls, we love you and congratulations.
He's got the hardware. Here's the box for the hardware. Got it all?
So let's give another round of applause for all of our teachers of the year. Very proud of you. Thank you for serving Springdale. Congratulations to all.
Melissa, are y'all doing a group picture?
Do you want a group picture? Okay. So Teachers of the Year, if you will follow Ms. Maribel outside, then she will get a picture of all of our Teachers of the Year.
Then you can come back.
Okay, we're going to continue with our celebrations this evening. We have a lot to celebrate in elementary. Tyson Elementary was just recently designated as a school of innovation. A school of innovation is a school that transforms teaching and learning and defines innovation as a new or creative alternative to the existing instructional and administrative practices. The first step to becoming a school of innovation is the submission of an intent to apply form to the Division of Elementary and Secondary Education. And it is a year-long process. And finally, when the completed application is done, they bring in a team of educators to read over the application and then come over and interview all kinds of different stakeholders to find out all of the awesome things that are happening in their school. So I want to congratulate Dr. Shelley Pogue and Ms. Ashley Kirby and Tyson Elementary staff for their awesome designation as School of Innovation.
We have had enormous support for this direction of being a school of innovation from our Council of Innovation, from our guiding coalition, our student leadership teams, our parents, and all of the Tyson community. Also want to congratulate Ashley Kirby on getting an OIE Trailblazer Award. That award is, they only give 4 out a year, and she got one of them.
Yay.
Any questions for Dr. Pogue?
I can tell you, Dr. Poe and Ms. Kirby, I was in Little Rock not too long ago at a facilities meeting, and some gentlemen from the charter office, one of them was on the team that was at your school, and he wanted to talk about nothing but Tyson Elementary, and we were there for another purpose. So you did a great job, and we're certainly proud of you, and the Tyson Tigers are certainly a school to watch.
Congratulations.
Yeah, great job.
Yes, so as Dr. Pogue proudly announced for Ms. Kirby, we did actually have 2 Trailblazer Awards at the Innovation Rally in Jonesboro. And this award recognizes an educator who is blazing the trail to transform teaching and learning across the state. These individuals have pushed the boundaries, defied norms, and inspired us all with their remarkable achievements. So please join me in celebrating Miss Ashley Kirby, Assistant Principal, Tyson Elementary School. And Miss Jessie Walls, teacher at Jim D. Rollins School of Innovation. Another exciting announcement to make. I think we reported out at an earlier board meeting that Shaw Elementary School had a site visit for a model STEM school designation. And the Arkansas STEM Model Program connects Arkansas STEM education system to Arkansas careers and career training opportunities. It is based on the federal STEM vision to build strong foundations in STEM literacy, increase STEM education, and prepare students for the future STEM workforce. The Arkansas STEM Model Program is a way schools can help ensure the readiness of all Arkansas students to meet the demands of today's workforce. Designation as an Arkansas STEM Model School is an indicator of high-quality, transdisciplinary STEM education programming in K-12 public schools. Informed with statewide stakeholder input, this model allows districts to evaluate the prioritization of student-focused STEM education in classroom schools in the community. And I do know that this was also a very lengthy application process and a very involved interview that the staff and stakeholders of Shaw Elementary participated in. So I am very excited to announce that Shaw Elementary was designated as a model STEM school in Arkansas, and they are one of 7 in the state. So congratulations, Shelley.
Well, I brought with me a couple of our teachers, Ms. Gadberry, our Teacher of the Year, and Ms. Jenna Donnell. She is our East facilitator. We have another teacher here, I think, with her mom, but I just want to thank you for the recognition. It was quite a lengthy year, and we grew a lot from this process. I think the most important thing that I noticed is just the leadership of so many of our teachers and even parents coming in to really support our school, and really just the excitement of the students with bringing back those best practices that some have been put away since COVID, and bringing those back out, project-based learning, and really getting science back into our classrooms at a deeper level. So I want to thank you so much.
Thank you, board.
Mr. Donnell? Thank you, Ms. Finn.
Thank you, Mr. Emerson, board members, and thank you, Dr. Cleveland. I'm continually amazed by the generosity within this community. Springdale, Arkansas is truly a fantastic place to live and to serve. And tonight, I'd like to recognize 11 valued community partners for their outstanding service to students and families in Springdale. Some of these partners you've seen before, and others are being recognized for the first time tonight. Pack Shack, over the course of the last 3 years, it's just thousands and thousands of meals to Springdale students. Griffles Plasma Donation Center, they're a new partner here, and they're donating all kinds of food items to the Treehouse Pantry. Northwest Arkansas Food Bank, again, donating non-perishable and frozen food items as well as fresh produce. The Hope Distributors for donating fresh produce. And the Hog-Eye Marathon and Relays for donating canned goods and other food items to the pantry. This is a unique one here. Jessica Bowser is the Just Serves Initiative for donating over 2,500 boxes of cereal to students in Springdale, which is just amazing work. She's also Miss Heart of Arkansas. Red Wing Shoes is a new community partner for us, and they're donating all kinds of food items to the pantry as well. Tyson Foods, just hundreds of thousands of pounds of frozen protein and other food items. Walmart, same thing, thousands and thousands of pounds of food items and other school supplies and resources, and that's all since the last time I was here, recognizing community partners. And Cargill, I don't know if all of you realize this, but each time we have an event at the Treehouse Pantry, they bring a warm meal for all the students and all the volunteers there, and then they also donate frozen protein as well, which is just great. And finally, another new partner was the United States Postal Service for donating all kinds of food items and to students and families in Springdale. So if you could just join me with a round of applause to recognize all these great partners. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Clay?
Good evening, Board. My part on the agenda is policy updates. You'll remember that you updated some personnel policies just a few months ago. These are non-personnel policies that are ready to be updated. Section 5 is the next section that has been converted over to the ASBA model policies. Just a reminder of what the goal has been on those is to convert Springdale policies to the model policies and make sure that they're in line with the way that we are doing things. The goal is not to make any major changes in the policies other than the words are just written a little bit differently in line with how ASBA presents them. So adopting Section 5 of the ASBA policies that are in the policy updates folder in your agenda would repeal our current Section I. I've gone through all of those policies and make sure that the ones that needed to be moved over found a spot somewhere in Section 5, and so I'm confident in the repeal of those that they're covered somewhere else. There's also a few minor cleanups in those policies as well. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, otherwise I'd ask for approval of the policy updates as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the policy updates as presented.
Second. So I have a motion by Mr. Hutchinson and a second by Ms. Cook to approve the policy updates as presented. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clay. Dr. Fredo?
Thank you, Dr. Cleveland, for the opportunity to share our spring 2024 ELPA data with you and our school board. So as you know, the ELPA 21 is an annual assessment for English language proficiency for each of the approximately 7,500 currently served English learners that take this assessment in kindergarten through 12th grade. It is the one state assessment this year that hasn't changed from last year, so that helps us really see growth from one year to the next. So when we receive the results, we look for two areas of growth. The first is overall proficiency level growth. And then we look for growth for each of the 4 assessed language domains of speaking, listening, reading, and writing. On this first slide, as an illustration of a snapshot of the initial results from spring of 23 to spring of 24, you can see that we have a higher percentage of students achieving proficiency than last year. And this is illustrated in the light green section of the graphs. It is the highest level of students scoring at the proficient level since 2020. So we're very proud of that. You'll also notice in the red section of the bar graph that our percentage of students scoring at the emerging level is higher than last year. And this is mostly due to the growth in students who are new to our U.S. schools this year, which is around 950 total students that we've had across the district this year. The yellow section of the bar indicates the students at the progressing level, and we measured their growth by looking at each language domain score. So both the overall proficiency and domain score growth calculations are included in the Department of Education's accountability formulas when school report cards are released. And we are thankful for all of our teachers and administrators for their focus on growing the academic English language of our multilingual students. They do an amazing job. So here are just a few of the highlights from this year's results. We had 925 total students that scored proficient at the overall level.
And so they are eligible for exiting services. And we will continue to monitor these students for 4 years to ensure that they are continuing to grow academically. In alignment with our district's third Big Audacious goal, we have exceeded the state averages of proficiency in grades 3, 5, 6, and 7. And we had a total of 1,114 students that grew in overall proficiency from last year. So when we look at the information below, we also see the percentages of growth by domain and the number of students that grew in each of those domain areas. The average student takes somewhere between 5 to 7 years to get to full proficiency in English. And we are proud to say that if a student enrolls with us in kindergarten, they will most likely be able to exit within 3.5 to 4 years. So our ESL team's mission is to support our schools by advocating for all of our multilingual students and providing responsive evidence-based support for students and educators. We are pleased with this initial data that has been released, and we will use it to help inform our decisions in developing our support plan for next year. And we're excited to see this growth and would like to thank our school board, Dr. Cleveland, and our district leadership team for all of your support for all of our multilingual students and families. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any questions?
Is the test supposed to stay the same for this next year?
Yes. As far as I know, the contract is with the same platform that serves the Atlas testing, so I think that the contract should be extended the same.
Okay.
Do you see your younger kids usually pick it up quicker?
That's a great question.
High school and junior high?
Most of our students right now that scored out of those 925, 70% of them were in grades kindergarten through 6th grade. So most of the students are faster at picking it up, especially if we can get them into our system at the earlier grades. Okay. Absolutely.
Well done. Thank you, Dr. Brandon.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board. Dr. Cleveland. You had the financial statements should have been presented as part of your board packet, and just wanted to review those for just a few moments. Revenue, we are just a little tad behind, like 1% behind where we were this time last year. I think last month I mentioned to you that we had not received our excess commissions from Washington County. I followed up today with I guess the office there, and they said that they expect that maybe that check will be issued next week. So we should have that by the fiscal year end, as we had hoped. Expenditures, we are on target for where we thought we would be. Of course, for me, June is kind of a little bit of a nerve-wracking month because we're trying to get all those final payrolls in. Everyone's trying to get their final expenses and use their budget that they have remaining. But I'm still very comfortable with where I think we're going to end the year for this school year. You also have in your packet the check register and the compilation of our credit card bill. Are there any questions on the financial for May?
Questions? Entertain a motion for May financials.
Motion to approve the May 2024 financials.
I have a motion by Mr. Ramos and a second by Mr. Owenby to approve the May 2024 financials as presented. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you. The second item that I have to present is the resolution to approve the district to do business with P&A Innovations LLC. This business is owned and operated by Alan Athey and Patricia Athey. Ms. Athey is a assistant principal at Hunt Elementary. He is going to be providing some construction services as well as facility consulting services for public schools, and would like to contract with us for next school year.
I can provide a little background. Mr. Athey's in the back, but Mr. Athey's worked with us for quite a while. He's going to hang his own shingle and be a consultant, and we don't want to lose him. And he's willing to partner with us at an expense to him, but a savings to our district for him to really do the same job. But he works in consultation with Dr. Charles Stein, Dr. Stein is really the one who's really helped us a lot over time with our construction projects. Alan gets a lot of calls, a lot from a lot of other districts, and has an opportunity to help serve in other capacities. So it is a significant savings to our district, and we still have his expertise, and we're going to miss him, but we would like to have the opportunity for him to still work with us. The interesting thing is this contract will need to be approved by the secretary because it's over $10,000. So we hate to lose Mr. Athey, but this way we really don't. But it does provide other districts across the state to have the same opportunity to use his services as we do. So that was why the request. If he were on his own and Miss Athey wasn't here, I wouldn't have to ask you. But we don't want to lose Miss Athey. In fact, we don't want to lose Miss Athey more than Mr. Athey. Sorry, Mr. Athey. So, anyway, just a little levity, but anyway, that's the background.
So if or and when we approve, then it would go to state level and they would need to approve it?
Yes, sir. And he's under contract with us through the end of June, so this would be beyond that for next July. And I'm assuming if the secretary didn't approve it, Mr. Athey would stay with us. I don't know. We hadn't had that conversation, so.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the related party contract with P&A Innovations LLC.
So I have a motion by Mr. Hutchinson and a second by Mr. Bell to approve the related party transaction with P&A Innovations. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. White, are you still out of breath? Or?
Yeah, listen.
Thanks for going to get the flag.
Yeah, you're welcome. I should have handed that off.
You should have.
All right, good afternoon. I've got a clicker that don't work.
He can help.
It's Paul's fault.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so Springdale High, they've got all the concrete put in on the football field. Scoreboard is in place. They still have electric to hook up on the scoreboard. They've got the pillars in for the bleachers and everything. So they're starting to do that. Actually, today they started putting down the pad on the concrete, and they should start putting in the turf by the end of this week. So they're looking at starting it on Thursday. And then, yeah, we've got the LED lights are in place. So they're really ahead of schedule on this project. There we go. Tennis court, all the concrete's poured and we've got all the posts in place. And that's got to set for 30 days before they can put the coating on it and the stripes and everything. So they are starting to, next week they'll start putting the actual fence in place and do all that work while this cures out. And then once we hit the 30 days, they'll go ahead and put that coating on and those will be complete. They are going to start putting in the sidewalks next week around this tennis court project. And then we're going to close in a little pavilion that we had for storage for the teams. That'll start next week also. And then that's just another view of the tennis court. So at Springdale High, there's a retention wall on the west side of the track. They've got that started. They're waiting on another load of blocks, and that'll finish up by the end of next week. They'll have that finished and capped off, and they can start grading that dirt back in and getting the grass seed and everything there done there. So Springdale High, it's ahead of schedule right now. So that schedule looks great. This is at Southwest, so they've already took out the east parking lot, and they've got that graded down to grade. This is a shot of the library inside. They've got all the pendant lights up. They've got a lot of the acoustic panels on. We did get the bleachers in, the portable bleachers in the learning stairs. They're complete. All the floors are polished. And then right here, the floor of the gym is completed. It turned out really well.
That's the auxiliary.
This is the auxiliary gym. The main gym, we kept the floor we had. They're gonna go ahead and recode it and stuff when we're done. That'll probably happen right at the end, right before school starts, at the end of summer. But it looks very, very good. And then also at Southwest, we did get all the, everything moved out of the old building, and it's in the new building in different areas. Other than room 101 in the old building, which was a construction lab and an agri lab. And that'll get moved out either Friday or Monday. And we're waiting on it because it's a lot of big equipment, so we could move it straight into its new lab. So we should get possession of that Friday or Monday. And the demo of the main building will start on Monday the 17th, so next Monday. So this is one of the locker rooms. They've got the lockers in place, so they're doing a lot of the final touches. They did get the power connected over there, and they're starting to turn that on this afternoon. So they're running on full main power over there. This is one of the restrooms. They're putting in all the stalls and doing all the finishing touches on the plumbing. That was upstairs at Central. That's a big multi-purpose area.
I walked around the other night for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you this, but I walked around for a couple hours and parked inside.
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Hey.
Had to figure out a way to get out and call Alan. But anyway, it took me 2 hours to walk through the whole facility. It was amazing, just fantastic. So.
It looks good. They did a really good job on the floor finishes. All the finishes look good. So this is a multi-purpose area upstairs. They can break multiple classes in it, or they can open it up, kind of like Central does in their Lowe's room. So, okay, at Central, they've got all the demo is completed 100%. They've got the slab. They've got it. They're bringing it up to grade out there. They actually have some footings that got put in today. They're doing the electric underground in Rough End in this area 6, and but a lot of the progress that they made over there since we have moved in on summer break is they've got the permanent power in. They've got we had to remove all the sprinklers, fire alarms to get the main power put in. And we've got the main power in and all the fire alarm and sprinklers back up and online. Competition gym floor, it's in place, acclimating, getting ready to be laid over there.
Is that the main gym or?
It's the auxiliary gym. The main gym, we had some water damage from when we had that building opened. So it's actually sanded down. They're making those repairs now. And that'll finish up here.
Where did the building go? Where'd you haul it to?
The reason it took so long over there, the demo company separates everything out. So they separate the metal and the block and the dirt. It all goes to different places.
So I went to recycling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why it took longer. You could see them separating out in piles, and they have to cut it in certain sections to get the most money and stuff. So, but that's all been completed. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, that's just more shots of it. I know. Yeah. Yeah, we can move forward. Okay, George Elementary. So they're actually doing really good right now. Yeah, that works. Thank you. So this is actually the library, the current library that we had. So they've got the demo done. This will actually turn into 2 classrooms when we're completed. This is the cafeteria. So they've cut and made accesses into the existing kitchen. This is the existing kitchen. So they've removed the freezer and coolers. They've actually cut this concrete out today, Alan said. They're getting ready to pour the concrete in for the new freezer and coolers because this whole kitchen is getting flipped. Everything's switching sides, so the kids will actually enter from the opposite of what they did before. The entries and everything are completed. They've got all the siding done, signage is on, so it's really going good. And in the original building, we've moved everything out of it, so we're adding sprinklers. Last summer we did the hallways. This summer we're actually hooking onto the halls and taking it into the classrooms. And then we're having to do a lot more insulation and bringing that building up to the new code. That's a shot of the gym. And then the restrooms, they've actually got some stalls put in, getting ready to put the doors on. So
Go back one. What is that thing in the top?
that's a duct. So duct work. Yeah, so in like at the Springdale High Arena, it's got a duct sock that runs. This is the same type thing, just a different version. But they're doing really good over there. They are set. I had so much stuff, I wrote notes down. They're put at Southwest. They're getting ready to put asphalt in starting tomorrow on the south side of the campus. So they'll get that all asphalted in, and then, yep, all that drive that goes around the back between Shiloh and that building, that's set to start tomorrow at Southwest. So the weather's perfect for construction, so they'll get a lot done in the next few weeks. Do you guys have any questions on any of the construction projects?
Board's having a work session on the 17th.
Okay.
They've got us a bus if we want to ride a bus. If not, after the work session, or at least the portion where we had conversation, we're thinking about going to George Elementary, Southwest, and to Central. If you'd like to go to Springdale High, we can too. Just depends on the time that you have. So it's not required, but
Yeah. Yeah, and if you can't make it that day, I mean, we can go anytime. Just let me know. And then, I mean, we've got a bunch of other projects we're gonna do this summer. We've got about another week or week and a half on construction projects, and then we're gonna move over to our summer projects. We pretty much will have July to get those done, and then as soon as August hits, we're gonna go back over to construction and finish up at Southwest and part of Central. We're gonna be moving into some of that, and just getting everybody moved around for the school year. All right. Thank you.
Originally it was 9 to 3, but that's what my calendar says.
yeah, we just set a time that depending on your schedules. So however many hours or whatever you can do, I thought maybe we could talk about tonight, see what time table you would like.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
You're good. You're totally good. Do I hold this or just leave it or? Okay. Good evening, School Board and Dr. Cleveland. My name is Callie Day. I am the SEA Vice President and a teacher here in Springdale. We are very grateful for another great school year in Springdale. Every moment may not have been great, as we know is a reality, but so many moments truly were. As I told a former colleague from another district who was very excitedly texting me that she has been hired in our district, there's nowhere else that I would ever want to be. We're also grateful to now have a couple days of pool hair and professional development under our belts to help us recover, recalibrate, recharge, for next school year, but at a little bit slower pace. So we're very grateful for that. SEA is very excited to have multiple of the Teacher of the Year, like from each school, that are part of our membership, so we're very proud of them. We also want to say a big thank you to all of you, because we have noticed we are among a minority of districts that have the security of timely contracts and salary schedules rather than hanging on the hopes of merit pay. We know that Springdale's educators are invested and committed to the advancement of our students, and having district leadership who respects us enough to ensure financial security through established salary steps and increases is not lost on us, and we deeply appreciate that. We also want to thank you for making Springdale teachers feel safe enough in their jobs to advocate for themselves and for their students with state petitions that are going around right now. We know that in a lot of places, this is not the case, and teachers are fearful for their jobs if they dare speak up for their students or for themselves. The amount of gratitude we have for this cannot be understated. As the remainder of the rules and regulations for LEARNs are worked out in coming months, we genuinely have faith in y'all to protect Springdale and the best interests of our students, our educators, and our community as a whole, and how each will be impacted for that. And we just thank you, truly, truly thank you for that. We're excited that in just a couple weeks, Valerie, Hannah, and I will be representing Springdale as well as Arkansas as a whole at the National Representative Assembly in Philadelphia. And this is my first year going. Slightly terrified, but like in an excited way. I'm eager to learn, to be able to participate in advocacy for Arkansas students and educators at the national level. So yeah, that's about it. Mostly just thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions? Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Mr. Anderson, your plaque came in.
All right.
Just so you know, Mr. Hutchinson and I picked it up in Little Rock. This is for the 2023 ASBA School Board of Excellence and Leadership Award. And what it does is it identifies our school board as the best in the state. So I agree with that, and now we have a plaque to prove it. So anyway, we'll hang it in your boardroom when it's done, if that's all right with y'all.
I mean, I thought it would go in my office. But
Or did you?
All right.
Worry about that.
Thank you.
thank you. All right, so at this time, we will move to executive session, and we will be back.
There's two places you can go. You can either go to this conference room over here, you can go all the way over to the other building, whatever you decide.
At this time.
Let's go there. awesome. I thought it was awesome.
I don't like that picture.
This is my computer. I don't remember to
I
take it
don't
back.
like that picture. It makes me sad.
Oh, it goes on.
We talked about you.
Where'd it go?
Did you see?
There was a deer right there. I clicked on it and went away.
Okay, so at this time, I'm going to call our meeting back to order.
I make a motion that we accept Dr. Cleveland's contract as amended.
Second. So I have a motion by Mrs. Creek and a second by Mr. Ramos to accept Dr. Cleveland's contract as amended. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion passes. And meeting is adjourned.
Thanks for letting me stay.
About how long we're meeting on Monday.
Yeah, we do need to figure that out.
Oh, tomorrow or Wednesday?